Monsoons, one of the best seasons to be outdoors and one of the worst, depending on who you ask. The monsoons of Maharashtra are tough, and traversing along the Western Ghats around this time of the year can be grueling. Now, as much as this weather is celebrated by hermits that love to stay home and stay cooped up indoors, it's also celebrated by explorers and travelers. Well, such as myself. People that love basking in the rain and enjoying the sweet aroma of wet mud. Well, what better companion for such a journey than the Volkswagen Taigun? Our destination is going to be a serene little spot hidden in the Western Ghats. And to get to it, we're going to have to traverse through fast highways, slow ones too maybe, narrow B roads, and lots of ascending, winding cart roads. And the best part is that our drive is going to take us through the beautiful hill station of Mahabaleshwar and the beautiful Courtyard Wildlife Sanctuary. Another thing that puts a smile to my face is the fact that I have the 1.5 litre GT variant over here, the enthusiast pick as we like to call it, with a 7-speed DSG. This is armed to the teeth for such winding roads, and whoof, I look forward to getting to those roads. If you aren't aware of these places, let me tell you, monsoon is the time to go. Well, mainly because the mountains are lush green and the Volkswagen Taigun is nothing short of an enthusiast wet dream. To complement your wet dream, you have these beautiful, wet, gleaming serpentine roads that just invite and call you to go further, push harder, and splash as much water along the way as you possibly can. The Volkswagen Taigun is a real mile muncher, and it's just one press of the pedal away from being quite the mile cruncher. I mean, this 1.5 litre petrol motor puts out about 148 bhp of power and 250 Newton meters of torque. Numbers that are more than sufficient to put a smile on any enthusiast's face. What adds to the fun is the DSG gearbox that swaps cogs lightning quick. I mean, this gearbox is honestly one step ahead of you and knows exactly what gear you're going to be in or want to be in. So, man, this is an enthusiast wet dream. I feel like I can't say that enough. Now, as entertaining as the Taigun is, safety is quite a critical factor, especially for when you're doing long road trips. For you see, our roads can be quite challenging and not the most reliable. And even though the Taigun takes them like it was nothing and gives you nothing but smile and fun in return, peace of mind comes equally essential. Now here's one area where German engineering really shines. I mean, they really know how to build a car tough, and it's sort of what you've come to expect from a brand like Volkswagen, whose legacy is built on building fun to drive cars, but yet keeping them as safe as possible. Now when it comes to safety, the Taigun comes with all the acronyms that you would associate with safety. For example, it gets 6 airbags, it gets ABS, EBD, it gets ESC, it gets traction control. And this is just tip of the iceberg. Now these features come quite handy when you're driving like such an enthusiast. I mean, given the road conditions that are mostly wet and hilly, they really have your back. And you wouldn't exactly expect the Taigun to feel this confidence inspiring given that it's supposed to be like a family friendly SUV. But it never makes you feel like you bit off more than you can chew. This car really knows how to have fun. Okay, this sounds like a good time to stop and take a deep breath and take in this beautiful environment around you, including the beauty of the Volkswagen Taigun. But you can't truly admire its beauty without admiring its practicality. Now, the Taigun is a German designed car, but it's been done so by keeping the Indian buyers and their needs in mind. Volkswagen has kept the overall dimensions of the Taigun short, but maximized interior space, making the Taigun pretty easy and hassle-free to live with. It also maintains an outstanding balance between being a city dweller and a highway trotter, making this a very family-friendly car. Well, not just any family, an enthusiast's family-friendly car. The interior of the Taigun is a rather friendly place to be. With its use of light tone colors for its dual tone interior, This has a rather welcoming and friendly allure to it. Once inside, you'll notice the ample space and the clean Volkswagen design that makes this cabin feel a lot more spacious and clutter-free. So, no road trip is complete without some good food. I mean, after a long day's driving and a lot of driving, let me tell you, you are bound to get tired, you're bound to get hungry, and it's only time before you feed yourself. So, unlike going for the usual continental type of food, I this time tried to go for something a little more local, a little more authentic, so to say. So I got myself this lovely Maharashtrian thali, and as you can see, there is more things here than I can actually name. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go at it one bowl at a time. So. Well, we're finally here. In the middle of nowhere, but still somewhere. Somewhere beautiful nonetheless. And despite the poor road conditions and all the undulations we had to face, the Taigun here did a fantastic job making sure none of those undulations seeped into the cabin. Well, fortunately for me, the only thing it let seep into the cabin was a lot of fun. And don't even get me started on how well this car handles around corners. Well, this was our little way of celebrating monsoon and enjoying the beautiful wet weather climate. Tell us about how you like to celebrate your monsoons in the comment section below. This is Gavin Rodriguez from Top Gear India signing off.